Okay, we are here. Let's go.
All right, we're in. What exactly do we expect to see first? We see the brand immediately banned.
I still think it's Brand Vigar, but are they gonna risk the Tristana? Nope. They're sticking with it. Brand, Samira,
Okay, we see the Caitlyn taken away again from Minty.
Caitlyn makes sense. Should be Vigar ban.
I don't think they're doing it. I think it's not a Vigar. They're waiting too long. They're letting Vigar through. Do they take Vigar?
I don't know. I think they just want us.
They
Oh
ban
shit!
Thresh? No Vigar or Tristana ban. That's wild. Okay. You can tell Team Bell does not know what to think about that. Um,
They got
Spending
a
a
lot
lot
of
of time
time.
on this
They got a
last
lot of
ban.
time to think about it. SGI still gets first pick. Um,
So now they have to give over one of Tristana or Vigar. Milk Chugga, a known Vigar player as well. They choose to ban
oh,
Malzahar
it
instead.
looked like it was
I
a
think
miss.
that was a Malzahar. That's what they hovered, but
Vigar locked
they
in
take the
pretty much
Vigar.
instantly.
Yeah, it was a mouse ban according to the chat. They went to hover it. It just didn't enter in time. But I don't think they were gonna pick it anyways.
We do get to see it's hilarious. We see a actually Clone played Vigar earlier in the season. Shout out Clone. I remember that game. Um, it gets on base played it into League of Liquor if I remember correctly. And it's a pretty annoying pick to play around. So we'll have to see
Absolutely.
what Sorelius' answer is into it. I don't know how many times Sorelius has actually played into Vigar. I know he's played a lot of Vigar. How many times has he actually played into it himself? We'll have to wait
I
and
feel
see.
like if you one trick a champ, you know what's good into it. Whether you can play what's good into it or not, who
I
knows?
don't think he's
But I
gonna play
feel
the
like,
Fizz. I don't think
oh
that's
no,
the
I
move
don't.
here.
I don't think he's that much of a degenerate like I am. Like I don't think he plays Fizz. He should. That would destroy Vigar here. But overall, I think he's okay.
Not in his champ
Oh,
pool, so I don't expect to see it here.
yeah.
Maokai and I mean, is this Maokai support for Chestnut?
It it could be. He played it a lot last season. Maokai Misfortune's pretty good combo. The R's go well. The slows into the roots and all that stuff goes well together. We do see it countered by a Morgana, just in case it's a Maokai support. And then we do see the Zac come out as well. It is flexible. Blue Wolf has played it
Blue
before,
Wolf
but
Zac looks so good. So I mean I
yeah,
think this makes a lot of sense. And already with Vigar and Morgana, they're gonna have more damage than their last team comp. They just had no damage with that last composition. I still would like to see Gemsy on something that can actually apply damage and be more than just a tank top. Um, we'll have to see though. I
mhm,
mean with blue side it look I mean Bell could just get solo lane counter picks in both of their lanes, right?
absolutely. They do take the Hui. Um, so that's his answer to the
That's a good.
Vigars
That's that. Yeah,
outrange.
that's an even lane, right? It's they just
Yeah.
farm out against each other.
They do ban the Mundo. So even though the Mundo did not win, they thought it was too difficult to deal with. So they go ahead and take it off the table.
I think it's fair. At this point, you haven't seen enough to not just ban comfort. Like a Jin ban here would make sense for me as well. Just force new players on new picks, right? Um,
I don't think they'll Jin ban. They already have Misfortune.
SGI
Because I
doesn't.
don't think,
There's no AD for SGI yet, so
right, but I don't think Minty is a Jin player primarily. You know,
could be.
we just see the Amumu come out, taking that away from Aztec. He looked amazing on that Amumu a couple games ago.
It's the
We
combo
see it
too. A Mumu and Misfortune is like insane, right? So it's a
absolutely.
good synergy ban.
See the Udyr locked in. So this is going to Aztec, which just about confirms that Maokai support could go top technically still. It's got a pretty good win rate there. But the Udyr is definitely going to Aztec, one of his signature champions. And it's flexible enough that it can build tank, AP, or AD, depending on how the draft looks.
So we're gonna have to we're gonna see a AD get picked up here, and Ash is the pick. Ash Morgana, pretty decent lane. And then we're also going to have to see a blind top lane pick. And then Bell will get to respond to what it is. So what does Gemsy cook up with Vigar, Ash Morgana, and Zac? I don't. To be fair, doesn't need to be more CC. He can just go something straight
No,
damage here.
I think Fiora sounds phenomenal here. I don't know if he's a Fiora player, but he does go
Renekton.
Renekton. So he does have that AD vibe still, going for lane dominance, trying to run over whoever they lock in top lane.
Yeah, Fiora doesn't have any like extremely hard counters, right? Most commonly, you see the Fiora Jax matchup, but I think the Renekton is just oppressive in the early game. It's been played in pro for the past 5 years straight.
Easily.
It's just the top lane pick. And Ornn, a safe tank into it, able to stack armor. Doesn't mind stacking armor into Ashe either. I think Ornn's a great answer. It also helps them with the late game, right? When you've got a Vigar to lock in the Ornn, make sure that we're able to get ornaments on Hui and Misfortune. Kind of bridges the gap in the late game. To the game as we head onto the Rift for match 2. Team Bell versus SGI. SGI lined up here on the blue side, Team Bell on the red side.
All right, we do see SGI pinging a lot one specific brush, while it does look like. Oh, got it backwards. Team Bell is pinging one specific spot. They are going for a death brush, and they are hoping that someone from SGI bites.
Chugga fans are out. Blue Wolf forgot to buy. Blue Wolf no items. Actually pretty important for a jungler to have items.
Yeah, that's a lot of experience lost. You don't get level 2 off the jungle camp. Hopefully he notices. He just places a ward somewhere, backs, gets the red trinket. But he
He
will
already put
notice
his
he'll
ward
have a
down, but
hard
there's
time
no
playing.
back, and we're at a minute, so
It's a pretty unfortunate blunder if he doesn't realize it in time.
he's backing now. So he is going to be late to his clear, but at least he won't start behind on the in terms of the item scaling, right? So
That's true. Better late than never. He doesn't waste time with a pot either on Zac. Maybe that'll help make up a little bit of the gold. But no leash, not even started yet. He's going to be a full camp behind throughout most of this early game.
and it's Udyr too, so it's not like Udyr's a slow clear. Like
No,
he's
Udyr starting on blue side is fast with all that single target tiger damage.
both of these mid laners playing a little bit of mind games with each other as Cerelius takes the early auto advantage on the Milk Chugga. So these are two laners that have grown up, playing games with each other for the better part of a decade at this point. There's a lot on the line in terms of pride, but we've seen now we saw both get to play the counter matchups. As Chestnut will engage onto Maya, they have the early level 2, and Maya is low. Inferno flashes forward, and the Q auto lands, but Maya gets away with just a fraction of HP. Oh, by the skin of her teeth, she's out.
If you are SGI, you take those. That is a flash and an ignite for nothing. A couple XP off your support, full XP on your AD carry. You are perfectly fine with that.
Aztec here was on an invade, didn't find anything, so just gets the ward down. So Wolf could potentially look for a gank here. We'll see if the jump is charged up. Pings down from red side, warning to be safe. Call it off. Aztec heads top.
Dropping a lot of CS here.
He's going for this push, right? He's trying to deny XP, deny farm. Milkchugga lands a nice box here, and Blue Wolf is able to land the Q knockup. So Cerelius is forced out. There's no Summoner Spell blown, no flash.
We do see a cheeky blue buff steal. Aztec able to sneak in, warded by his mid laner. Take that from him. Slowly taking that farm lead we saw last game.
Inferno and Chestnut feeling pretty confident in this lane. You know, the melee range versus range matchup is a difficult weakness to play around, and the double range should have an advantage here. But being down in levels after being forced out early, Maya is just playing a little far back, and so Chestnut able to buy Inferno enough space to be effective.
Across the board, we're seeing a bit of a CS disparity start. 400 gold up already for Team Bell.
Yeah, we'll see what I want to watch what Aztec does here, because this both these junglers should be setting up for a back somewhat soon. It is looking like Aztec will probably finish clearing this quadrant of the jungle and then reset. Already Blue Wolf onto his second Raptor spawn. So we'll have to see what comes out here. Maya with a long range bind, but no follow up here from either her or Minty. Not even putting the W down until many seconds later. So resets coming out here. First one is for Milk Chugga. Cerelius was able to get a cheeky little reset and save teleport. So blasting one on Amtome is the difference here. But Aztec will go, and he's Udyr, so he just is going to start up the first dragon.
Yep, he should be able to get that relatively uncontested. He does have the mid laner in support, and there's a chance that they keep going bot lane afterwards for another play.
Yeah, Minty and Maya have a little bit of advantage. Gemzy is going to push in here, and Gemzy will secure a plate solo into Bell. So, not a huge lead. He is up roughly, should come out to 7 or 8 CS after this. But Blue Wolf and Aztec are going to flip it. Blue Wolf wins the 50-50 this time. But he's going to have his passive popped, and with 3 there, this should be enough for first blood. They give it over to Hui, and so another early kill for Cerelius here, as Mint is going to look for the all-in angle onto Inferno. This Ashe passive is detrimental, and the bind will land. The cleanse is there, almost pixel perfect, and Inferno is going to escape. Holy cow.
I would have loved to see a flash forward there. You have flash and barrier up. You have an ignite. Either of them could have flashed and gotten that kill. Looks like they are content with pressing forward and maybe going for a play under tower. But
yeah, the long range bind misses, and Chestnut is now on the roam down. They probably won't have ignite in all caps in the chat. Yeah. They probably won't quite have the angle in order to kind of counter dive this, but Inferno needs to back and reset. Wolf is here mid. Aztec is on a reset, so Cerelius could be in a bit of trouble. Looks like Blue Wolf is called off, and they're going to go for first scrub set. So Gemzy and Blue Wolf again connecting on the top side. They've got this big advantage, and they're trying to use it.
We do see the arrow hit bot lane, a bit of a 2v2 fight. Black Shield comes out just a little late to prevent the stopping of the kill. I don't know how to say that. Just a little too late.
Aztec
stops the root.
Rolls in for a smite steal. Yeah, I mean, both these bot lanes are like fairly low on resources at this point, so a reset is in the cards for both.
At the end of it all, we do see a pretty sizable CS lead for Minty as a result of the fighting and Chestnut roaming. Much better than it was the game before, where they got dove level 3 or so on the gen.
Yep, very true.
Still
and
a 15 CS lead.
Yeah.
Right. Still a 15 CS lead, 13 CS lead for the mid lane. Significantly less than it was the game before. While top lane is a little bit more even than it was the game before. A lot less attention from the junglers up here.
Yeah, and so far, aside from the 50-50 jungle play that Blue Wolf did get the steal and then died, it's been almost no action. And remember, we had 4 kills in the first 4 minutes here, so Milk Chugga will flash forward, and he forces the flash out of Cerelius. Nice aggressive play here. Bella's going to look for the turn, lands the knockup, and then flashes out once all the damage is down. Aztec should be able to follow this through. There's no flash on Udyr, but the ghost forward, as stun will land, and Gemzy gets the slice and dice through as he's able to get out on 1 HP. Whew, close one.
He does have teleport up. I don't expect him to lose out on much, and he'll actually be able to spin some of that gold. He had the 1 recall early. He picks up an entire phase. He's going to teleport right back to lane. with Phage and working towards that call field.
He doesn't have flash, but this could be a slice and dice angle for him. As he looks forward, he lands the first slice. The stun will land onto Bell, but the charge out, so he does actually get out. So that could have been a double kill angle for Gemsy there.
Absolutely. They step up one step too far, and it's over. We do see Cerelius and Milkjug on opposite sides of the lane.
Oh, the arrow
wide.
just
The
misses,
stun
but the
hits.
box will land, and Blue Wolf is there, flashing forward the Spiraling Despair onto Blue Wolf. It's a lot of damage coming out, and the less bounce is used just for movement speed. He not able to actually hit it, and he steals the kill. So the Primordial Burst coming through too late, and so the kill goes over to Blue Wolf. But a nice play there, nice ability to collapse onto Cerelius mid, knowing that the flash is burnt and punish here. That's going to even
Absolutely.
up the gold in a big way.
Yeah, I definitely expect him to come back and do it again. Top lane is doing fine on their own. Jimsy's slowly losing a trade here.
Yeah, I mean,
See
Bell,
if he's able to
Bell
stop
has
it.
a kill angle for sure, but a really nice stun from Gemsy. This is going to be close.
Oh,
No, Bell gets
kill.
the solo Bello. Yeah, that was there all the way. Chestnut very low. He gets ignited, so he has to get out of this fight. Oh my gosh, Bell with the overstay. And it's just going to be a counter kill.
Another one for Blue Wolf.
These are such good plays, and it's always the overstay. The
Always
milkman.
overstay.
Milk in the chat. Milkchugga's got fans.
He does. He's got fans for days. We see Inferno use his first ult of the game, clear the wave. Technically, that's 180 gold for an ult. It's probably worth it. And it keeps him safe, lets him get that recall off.
Hitting here on BF and Serrated Dirk.
Yeah, look the Collector first, while on Ash's side they're going for that Kraken Slayer first item. We do see first items done for both of the mid laners, Blackfire Torch and Rapid Fire Cannon. Not Rapid Fire Cannon, Rod of Ages. Already finished, already good to go.
Should be a second play for Gemsy, so he did kind of int over the solo kill. He went for it, he got aggressive, but Ornn is definitely a champion. And this
yeah, he's got an assassin, mage, tank, 80 carry. He does it all.
Dude, I honestly, when I play top lane, I loved Ornn because he's actually just always perma broken. This champ is busted. So, sitting here, he's got his magic boots too, so he's actually probably up in net gold spent.
Yeah, he's about 500 gold down overall, but the free boots are 300 gold right back. So. Pretty close. Do you see they've already rotated Maya up here?
Oh, this is going to be a big fight.
There's an arrow
Arrow's
coming.
on the way. Cerelius might get hit
Arrow
with
hits
this.
Cerelius.
He does from downtown, and the stun follow-up will be there. Gemsy already picked up one. That's two down. And Team Bell is going to be demolished as the double kill for the Milkchugga comes through. It's 3 for 0
we do see Minty
for
SGI.
Early. Yeah, Chestnut with a
up
decisive flash. The twist advance straight up onto him. And even through barrier, it won't be enough as Inferno and Chestnut. Chestnut leaves it for his carry. So they do pick up the one on the opposite side of the map. Whenever you're, left behind there, you've got to just understand that that's the team play being made. You got to back up. You got to just give plates, just give it up because it's not worth it. Now you die, now you lose XP, and they get the kill anyways.
That fight happens under tower, he gets the kill, but because he was too far out, he just dies for nothing.
Man, every time the Milkchugga gets a kill, it's getting crazy in the chat. So we'll have to see what how many more kills he's able to pick up. He went Rod of Ages here, so he's only going to continue to stack. And it's definitely the scaling angle.
First plate and first tower and all 5 plates going over to that Renekton top, nearly solo. I'm pretty sure not a single other person touched that tower.
He's 2k gold up now. Remember when we looked and it was only like 500? Yeah, it's 2k.
That's 1200 from the tower alone, plus 21 CS up, plus 3 assists up from that fight there.
That is no joke. Wow.
Is a lot. He is poised to carry this game, even more so than last game. Renekton is much, much easier to do something by yourself
I like
earlier
this
into the
Vigar
game.
pick a lot more than the Vlad as well. He is still down in farm a little bit, but he's been able to find angles and actually be, helpful for the team. Nice slow into bind angle there. Maya forces the flash out of Inferno, and so the
And then we have another
SGI is
all-in
turning it
top
around
lane.
here.
He's got nowhere to go. This is a rundown
I mean,
for
Bell
Renekton for
still
sure.
has an angle. Yeah, it won't be enough. You got to pull ulti earlier in that 1v1. He's not quite an Ornn aficionado quite yet.
Jimsy's showing off a little bit with his Renekton. He knows
That
the
that was a
all-in.
lot
He
cleaner
got the
than the first
all-in.
one. I can't give him the 5 stars when you go in and get solo killed, but that one looked a lot better. Maya and Minty are in a lot of trouble here as the flash
Oh,
twist
Maya
advance
needs to
on the
leave.
Mint, and that will just be the bullet rain, the bullet time as Inferno picks up one and Aztec picks up the second. So nice aggressive call there, and Chestnut with these decisive flashes forward. He's just saying, "Hey, I am the play. Look at me now. Follow my lead." Oh, and
Oh,
it
we get
Milk
a
Chugga!
solo kill.
Oh, solo bolo! Holy
Surlius
cow!
did not expect to get stunned there. Now he knows a little bit how it feels to play against a Vigar that actually knows their range. That was unfair to watch.
That okay, Josh. That's exactly what I was wanting to say. Is like, yes, he's played a lot of Vigar games. How many times has he played against a Vigar? Because you can't do that. If you've ever played against a Vigar, you know you can't walk there. He gets punished. I mean, that just a lapse of judgment, I guess. And Milk Chugga takes
He
big
gets
advantage.
punished, and it definitely shows a definitive Milk Chugga can one-shot anyone except for Ornn at this point. Um, no damage on the Udyr. He's going the Blade of the Ruin King build, full AD, max Tiger stance. We have full damage on Ornn. Sorry, not on Ornn. We have full damage on Misfortune and a Warmog's Rush on Maokai. He'll still get popped. He's a support. Milk Chugga is poised. If he catches you, you die.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. It's only gonna get worse too because he's gonna continue to scale. So this Vigard got to critical mass at 1.5 items, and this could be just the Vigar angle now. Cerelius here stuck in the box, and they're going to look for the further engage as Primordial Blast goes down, and that's another kill going over to the Milk Chugga. Already sitting at 4, Blue Wolf picks up the second, but Aztec and Bell, not much that they can do here. Blue Wolf wants the continued fight as the
Oh, he
box will
pulls him
zone
back on
out
the
Bell, and
plant.
so that's a triple. That's the third kill for SGI, 3 for 0. And they take a commanding 4K gold lead here at 16.5 minutes in. SGI looking good.
These are all just 4v4s too. Jimsy's one on top all by himself at the same time. Cerelius complaining a little bit about his flash going off, but never actually moving his character, going on cooldown. He's rightfully getting a little frustrated by these boxes and cages.
Oh, arrow from Mint is just gonna miss just wide here, but they can pretty much take any fight, and a beautiful engage onto both Cerelius and Inferno, but the rest of his team isn't there. There's no follow-up, and so Bell is, oh, he misses every.
What a slice and dice through. Jimsy
Gemsy on the other
absolutely
side,
shredding that back line.
1v4ing the other side of the fight, while, oh my gosh, Bell just charges in and takes out Maya. It's a double kill here. As the passive comes through. That was actually a pretty action-packed fight as Gemsy just fully dove in, but Blue Wolf, what an engage, finding the drop onto Cerelius and Inferno. Gorgeous.
Absolutely fearless when he's got that passive up. Goes in by himself into 4, then the team follows, and then he still only loses passive.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell this team is not played together before, right? That was a little bit, little bit off sync, but they're pretty far ahead at this point, and their hands, they're making the mechanical outplays where it matters most. Cerelius, had a fantastic game one of his best games in the tournament, and I gotta say here in game 2, looking like one of his worst games in the tournament.
Absolutely, we all have one. But it does mean that they're not quite locked for playoffs yet. if assuming that they can keep their momentum on
Yeah,
SGI,
I
keep
mean,
it running
anything
through.
is possible, right? Especially SGI picking up a win here. This is gonna, it puts them back in the conversation. This would move SGI to 2-4, which is not down and out.
Absolutely
It's
not.
not a winning
Yeah.
record, but it's not down and out. So. Still anybody's game. It is roughly 7K gold lead for SGI, so it's going to be tough to come back. I'd say just all in to kill this Vigar, but you really have no solid answer for the Renekton. This Renekton Eclipse, yeah, it's a terror. I'm not sure what they're going to be able to do. Maybe they can just win a 50-50 for Elder if they can get there.
Yeah, they have a chance. There's a chance that they all get knocked up by the Ornn into a Hui R, into a Misfortune R, into a Maokai R, or whatever order those hit. There's a chance. That's the team fight wombo, right?
Right, right.
I think that kills anyone but Blue Wolf. I don't even think that kills Blue Wolf at the moment.
I like Blue Wolf's itemization here. He knew his position, he knew his job. He's got Lucidity Boots, and he's got double tank items here, Spirit Visage and Sunfire. So I like this. This isn't going to be what you see when you pull up Zac on OPGG. This is not going to be the build, and yet he's built exactly for what his team needs here. 3-1-7, playing a fantastic game of Zac. And Gemzy getting greedy with it, diving over with a slice and dice, and Cerelius will visit the gray screen.
1-6 on Cerelius here. There was nothing he could do about that. Flash still isn't up.
Is Matt
Didn't
in the
have the fit
chat? Can I
to
get a
go.
vote on good death or bad death? Inferno, cleanse. Oh my god, that is not fair. Holy, Inferno's deleted.
All right, looks like we have another Vigar player in the league.
Oh my
Do expect to see
gosh.
this banned. I'm sorry, Cerelius, it couldn't be you, but at least someone gets to play the champ and make it look as broken as we all
Yeah.
know it is.
And this was just a first pick as well. Like, play whatever you want into it. This is also into one of the best mid laners in the league, if not, yeah. I mean, Cerelius has definitely laned and has the stats as the best laning mid laner in the league. Tough here.
A lot of damage, good interrupt.
I mean, this is actually a decent angle. Chestnut has dropped, but it's not bad. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Blue Wolf is diving pretty far under tower. Inferno will drop here. It's starting to look desperate. Cerelius is the last one alive, as it's a 2 versus 4, and Blue Wolf and Gemzy will look to just hard dive this Ornn. But it is an Ornn. They should focus the tower first. The fleet will come through, but Gemzy slice and dices his way onto Cerelius. He flashes out. I'm not sure if there's anything he'll be able to do. This Renekton is 7-1. Holy crap.
All right. This game is 99% over. 20-7.
Well,
12K gold lead.
we had a couple.
All the towers down. I think it's fair to say congrats SGI on your new roster picking up their first win. Rough game 1, absolutely commanding game 2. And I'm excited to see these two teams in playoffs. It looks like, to be honest, Gets on Base has got their work cut out for them because they also need 3 wins